Hi everybody, welcome to week 3 of the Google Classroom training. So by now, hopefully you've been able to create a class, hopefully you've been able to add an announcement or an assignment or two. Now what I'd like to do is look at Google Classroom from the student's perspective. So if you can see, I'm actually in a new account here. I'm in an account in which that I am a student in the training classroom instead of a teacher in the training classroom. Now, just a kind of a quick reminder, remember, students can get to Google Classroom in two ways. One, they can join classes by a code. So you can see when I clicked on that plus sign in the top right-hand corner as a student, I was given this option, which is join a class. When you as a teacher click on that link in the top right-hand corner, you actually get two options. You get to join a class or create a class, but students should only be able to join a class. So I could type in that couple-digit code to go ahead and join a class. Another way that kids get into Google Classrooms is that the teachers invite them, remember? And that's when you can type their email address, or you can copy and paste their email address from a document to invite them to a class. So here we are. We're a student. We're in the training classroom. Just like the teachers, to open up the training classroom, I just click on the link. So you can see it looks a lot like the teacher view. There's just a few subtle changes, and that's what we're going to address today. So when it comes to resources, when it comes to announcements, right, that's the difference between these two. This one's an announcement and this one's an assignment. For announcements, it's real straightforward. As a student, you click on the link and it goes to that website. That's, if it's a PDF, you click on the PDF appears just like a link, and you click on it and it opens up in a new tab just like an assignment would. So, this is pretty straightforward. Here are the links. You click on the links and that's how you get there, whether it be a video, a PDF, a website, whatever it is. That's what it looks like when it's an announcement. I don't know what else to say about that. Let's look at assignments. So I had for the assignment added 4 things. I had added the 2 resources, the 2 websites I want you to look at. And then I had a document that everyone can edit. The 4th thing, though, that you don't see, and this is what we're going to get into, the 4th thing that you don't see is that Google, the document that I shared that everyone got a copy of. Now, here's how students access that. You can see there's this open button right over here in the right-hand side. So I go ahead and click on that open. So this will take me to that specific assignment page. That's when the students can see the document that has been, a copy of the document that has been made for them. You'll see now that the name on this document is WeGo33 Intranet. That's the name of this account. But when the students click on it, it'll actually say their name. It won't say the intranet account. From here, just like before, students can click on these links to open them up if they need to. So if I need to, again, open up that world book, I can go ahead and click on that link. It'll take me right to that Atlas page. All right. But from this assignment page, this is how students can start to edit a document. So you can see here's my name plus the name of the document. I go ahead and click on that, and in a new window opens the copy of that document that I shared as the teacher last week. So now what I have the ability to do is share my answer. So this looks like a typical Google Docs window, except for one additional button up here in the top right-hand corner. And this is what's real cool is that, so the teachers assigned this to me. As a student, I've answered these questions. I'm ready. I'm done. I can go ahead and turn it in. So I go ahead and turn it in. Google Docs will be like, are you sure? One of those classic, are you sure that you're ready for this? But yes, I am ready to turn in my work. So what's cool is that the whole turn-in process is all done digitally. And one thing that's good to know, to kind of a little bit of reassurance, is that it's all these documents are saved in both the teacher's accounts and the teacher's, saved in the teacher's Google Drive account and also the student's Google Drive account. So these documents, you can find them in a bunch of different places, but they're always going to be sitting there in Google Drive for both the students and the teachers. So that's that. That's how students turn in their assignments in Google Drive. Now, this classroom is the greatest Google Slides document. Remember last week, that was the one that we set up so that everyone can edit. And because of the fact that everyone can edit, there is no turn-in button. So that makes it just a little bit different. It's the same, it's a Google Drive file, but it just makes it a little bit different because I can edit it. So I can hop in here and I can go ahead and add my text. Whatever I'd like to put on here, Google Classroom, Google Classroom, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And the teacher can see that, and we'll look at the teacher view in a second. But it doesn't have the turn-in button because of the selection we made when assigning it. So when assigning it, we said that everyone can edit the same copy. So there's no turn-in button because everyone has edit access, and that wouldn't be fair to everyone. This file, because a copy was made for every kid, I'm just trying to show you that difference. There's a real subtle difference between these two, but I just wanted to explain why if you do the everyone edit document, you won't see, the kids won't see the turn-in button. But if you do the make a copy for everybody option, they will see that turn-in button. Let's say, for example, a kid turns in their document. You take a look at it and you realize, ooh, there's still a couple things I'd like that child to work on. Kids can actually go in here and unsubmit documents. So this is nice because let's say the kid thinks they're done. They go ahead and they turn it in, and you as the teacher are like, oh, no. You need to work on this, your grammar's wrong here, whatever. They can go ahead and unsubmit it and turn it in. All right. Now, one last feature when it comes to assignments is this little add and create button here. So let's say you have the students working on an assignment and they're typing up a document, and they're also going to create an outline. And let's say they made an outline, but it wasn't something you actually assigned. It wasn't like this document where I shared it in advance. They can actually add stuff from their own Google Drive. So let's say they have a document, a little extra something here, or their research document, whatever, they can actually add that. Let's say you wanted them to share a link. What resources did you use to write this paper? You wanted to kind of see what resources they chose while they were researching. They could add a link. So just because you've designated what one of the products that their work is going to be, and that's this document, they can actually add new things. They could add existing things, or they could go ahead and create new things. But this just gives the students the flexibility to add more to an assignment if they would like, or if you would like them to. That's just a nice little feature. Last thing with assignments, I know I said that once, now I'm going to get to my last thing. The ability to put a private comment. If we go back to our classroom, students do not have the ability to add comments to my posts, right? We kind of set that up in week 1. They do have the ability to send you private comments. There's a little bit of a difference there. Let's say it's a student just saying, I was confused about X, Y, Z. This just gives the students the ability to ask a question in more a one-on-one setting as opposed to a whole class setting. All right, so let's actually, let's quickly review this. This is the student view. Looks very similar to the teacher view. Resources, real straightforward. They're just like links on a web page. You click on them and they open up in a new tab. Assignments are a little bit different. And assignments actually have their own page. So I go ahead and click on that open. You can see here are the resources that I shared with the students. Here's that file. Remember when I assigned it, I made a copy for each student. So that's going to appear here, and to open it, you just click on that link. The turn in button appears both on the document and also right here. So students can turn it in two different places. If you chose to have that option that said where each student can, or all the students can edit the same document, the turn in button won't appear. So students will have the ability to all edit it, but they won't have a turn in button. If students, after they're done with their assignment, want to add additional links or drive documents, they can do that. If they would actually like to create an additional document within Google Drive for that for that assignment, they can do that. And students can also post their own private comments. All right, so let's look at the teacher view. All right, so now I am back in the teacher view. You can see all the classes that I'm a part of, but let's go ahead and look at what's been going on in the training classroom. So I click on that, the name of that classroom to open it up. So I scroll down and I can see that the one student in my class is not done. Because remember, that student had submitted but then unsubmitted. But it's nice here to kind of have a quick running record of what students have been working on. So I'm actually going to dive a little bit deeper into this assignment from the teacher view. So I click on over here where it says 0 done and not done. I just kind of click in that space. What's cool is that at any point, even before the kids have submitted, at any point, you can actually look at what they're doing. So if you're kind of in the front of the room and you're kind of looking at everybody and it looks like a child is maybe they're not staying focused today. You can hop into their assignment and see if they're typing anything, and maybe they're just having a thinking moment, and that's why they look like they're not working. But what's cool is that I can open up this document from WeGo intranet. So let's say this child's still working. I can open this document up. I can actually type right on it if I wanted to. So if I wanted to, I can just go ahead and type right on the document, and the student would see my name and they'd see me typing right on the document. Another thing that I often do as a teacher is I'll go ahead and comment. And what's cool is this appears on the side of the document. So I don't actually want to actually type on the kid's document, let's say, but I definitely like the student to address this. I'd like the student I'm going to add please address this error. So you can add these comments, and so even as the kids are working, you could be kind of reviewing their writing or their thought process, whatever you're doing as the instructor. You can go ahead and hop into that document right from this little portal. This will also show you if there's any private comments. Remember, when we were the student, we shared a private comment that said I was confused about XYZ. You can go ahead and see those private comments here. This is just a real nice place to live while your students are working. And it'll sort the assignment by not done and done. If we had more students, over here on the left, you'd see a done and not done. So it's nice that Google Classroom will sort those assignments for you. But that's the main part of the teacher view. So again, quick review. You can look at your posts. Now I'm in there as a teacher. Just like I mentioned, you can sort your posts if you wanted to. When it comes time to grading assignments, if you want to check out what the kids are doing, even when it comes time to the kids just working, if you want to see what they're doing, you click over here where it says done and not done, and that'll open up this window. From here, you can hop into kids' documents, see what they're working on. You can check if there's any private comments. You can see who's done and not done. All of that can be done right here from the assignment window.